Hey FlOSSTUBE, welcome to Creative Women Studio. Welcome back, and if you're new here, my name is Theresa. Today is Tuesday, November 10th, and this is my 97th FlOSSTUBE video. So my channel is about cross stitch, punch needle, painting, and all the creative whims that I love to do, and a lot of chit chat and announcements and wandering and trying to get back on track, all those things. So anyways, I did not do my regular FlOSSTUBE last week. I had a finishing video for Lincoln's Eagle instead, because I knew with leaving for the retreat on Thursday that it would be crazy trying to get out of town, because we had our new release for the new patterns and we started shipping them on November 2nd? 1st. I don't know. Anyways, we worked our tails off so many hours. Kevin stuffed patterns like a madman trying to get everything done. And I was not going to leave for retreat without getting these orders done. So Wednesday night at around 5 o'clock, everything was looking good. Like my Etsy orders were caught up, and I only had, I just had a few more orders to do, like maybe 10, okay? And all of a sudden, my computer was not communicating with the Dymo label printer. And I'd been having problems with Indicia. Now, Indicia is the postage program I use on my computer. It's like an app. And it's been acting weird. It was like a thing would pop up, a little window, and it would say, do you want to continue running in this something state? I forget the word, but inconsistent state, I think is what it said. And the first time I'm like, ooh, something's wrong. So I hit no, like I didn't want to. So it closed the whole thing down. I reopened it and it worked good for a while. And then all of a sudden it said that again. And so this time I said, yes, I want to continue working in this inconsistent state. And it worked fine. But anyways, of course, at the very end, when I'm really wanting to get done so I can go pack for my trip, it quit working completely with my printer, my Dymo label printer. So I'm like, well, I'll just print it on a printer, and we'll have to tape those, like fold the paper in half and then tape it on. Like it's not, it's a piece of paper. I'm like, well, I'll just print it to my printer. Well, that wouldn't work either. So I knew it was something to do with my Indicia program. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna delete the app off my computer and then just re-download the app. Maybe there's an update or something. So I deleted it off my computer, like totally trash it off my computer. Guess what? Went to the Indicia site. There was no way, no place to try to download the app again. And I was like, oh, crud, what now? So I called them, and I was on hold forever, listening to their horrible music. I just let it play and play and play. Well, I found that I could actually ship orders on their website. So I managed to get everything finished and out. But it was like 7:30 when I got done with work. By the time I got up and got packed, it was like 10:30. And then I was wound up because, I'm like, oh, I'm running around. Oh, I can't forget this. Can't forget this. I got to do this. And you know how that is, and you lay in bed and it's like, ding, your eyes are wide open. And just, anyways. So I left later than I wanted to on Thursday. And I'll talk more about the retreat later, but I want to just tell you, it was amazing. I want to go to all the retreats now, but I'll talk about it later. So anyways, I left on Thursday last week, so that means I didn't have the grands last week. I miss them. I miss them terribly. So that was pretty much you know, I wanted to go to this retreat with a clear conscience. Like, so we got the orders out. We're completely up to date. Orders are still coming in. I think they're actually reordering, which is really good news. And the Etsy shop is still doing well. So I'm very grateful and very thankful for all of you. Okay, announcements. So I have I don't think I mentioned this before, but I have a pattern, one of my new releases, that has an error on it. So cross stitch 258, all the things. On the back, it says under DMC, 3500 sand. Guess what? 3500 is a week's dye works. My bad. So, yeah. The computer program that I use, it picks out colors, and then when I go in and change them, I must have changed, I changed the number and the name of the floss, but I forgot to change it from DMC to weeks. So that's what happened there. So the new ones, like from here on out, the ones that are printed should be correct, and I still haven't made that page on my site for errors on patterns, which it's coming. It's coming. I'm not going to commit to a time or a date, but it's coming. So anyway, I wanted to make sure everyone knew that, because this is our #1 seller. Out of all my new releases, this is the #1 seller. Kevin cannot keep this in stock. So that's super exciting. It's a lot of stitching, but I think too, you could do the centerpiece with the Santa and the reindeer exchanging gifts as just a little cute pillow or something. And then all the other ones could be little minis, like little mini ornaments for your tree. I think that would be really cute. So anywho, that's that. Market, you probably have already heard, Market is moving from March 2021 to May, like the 23rd and 24th of May. So I'm relieved about that, because, you know, for us designers and you know, other vendors and that, you know, the distributors, and if we all went and set up shop and none of the shops showed up, it would not only be a huge disappointment, but a colossal waste of time and money, and it would be very sad. So they moved it to May. So just keep that in your prayers, that Market actually happens in May, that, you know, that COVID is behind us, okay? The sad part about that is that is the weekend that my best friend Kristen, her daughter's bachelorette party is that weekend. And it's not like a bachelorette party, like she rents a place for the whole weekend. And I was gonna attempt to go to that, which now obviously I can't, but even worse yet, now Kristen can't be at the show with us to help. And not just to help, but just, I love spending time with her. And for the past, you know, however many years, we, you know, go out to dinner every night. She's with us during the day, helping with the show, and we just get to spend quality time together. But it's not going to happen this year, which is very sad. It's a bummer. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, COVID continues to screw up people's plans, but, you know, as long as we all stay healthy and safe, that's the most important thing. What other announcements? Okay, so I want to go over Patreon just briefly, because there's still people asking questions, and I want to just go over something with you. So I had posed the question in the Patreon group asking their opinion of how long I should keep the PDF charts available in Patreon. So we have settled on 3 months. So basically, I started at October 1st. So October, November, December. January 1st, all of the October charts will be deleted from the site. Okay? And then in February, all the November charts will be deleted from Patreon. So basically, that's just how that's going to work. Okay, now here's the cool part. 1 year from, let me think about, I can't think about how this is going to go. Okay, In a year from October 20, what did I say now? Okay, so October 2021, I'm going to come out with a book. The book is going to have the first 15 designs in it. Like the previous 6 months, I'm going to pick 15 designs, right? Yeah, which leaves 3 just hanging out there. But I'm going to take 15 of the most popular designs. I'm going to make a book. Okay, now the super fun and exciting part is this. For the patrons, whoever fully finishes and makes a nice photograph. And when I say a nice photograph, I mean like put it in a vignette, you know, make it a nice, it has to be a nice clear photograph. I'm going to collect all those photos and store them on my computer, and then I'm going to use probably not all of the photos, but it'll be by, you know, drawing out of a hat. However, some of the patrons will have their finished pieces featured in the book in full color. So there'll be, I don't know how many full color pages there'll be, because whenever you start adding full color pages into a book, the price goes up. I mean, you guys know that. So I want to keep my books very affordable, but I think it's neat to show the finished pieces as well. So that's one of the perks of being a patron. If you stitch something as a member, you know, and you send it to me fully finished, a photo to me, I'm not taking the photos. Don't send me your project. You send me the photo of your fully finished project and I will, you know. So anyways, that's just a perk. And then, so that's, where did I go? Where did I go? I'm right here. Where did it go? So March of 2022, I will release the second book and it will have another 15 designs in it. Again, that leaves 6 designs in a year that I will either keep them exclusive to patron members only, or I might, you know, do them as PDF downloads on my Etsy shop. I might, you know, make them individual patterns. I don't know. I'm not going to commit to any one certain thing on that. But so anyway, I thought that was a fun way to work that. So if you have any questions, let me know, because I'm not the best at explaining things. All right, so last week I had that link to Annemiek, the Handwerkboetiek Newsletter, and I got a couple people saying that it's in Dutch, it's not in English. Okay, so if you have Google Chrome, I have Google Chrome, and it comes up with a little window when I go to her newsletter, and it says translate to English, and you hit yes and it translates it to English. So if you're using a different browser, that might not be an option, but if you use Google Chrome, then that is an option for you. I remember her saying at one time that she's working on having it translated in English, so that would be an option for you. So she must still be working on that. I have emailed her to ask her about it. Also, when I went to her site, this pop-up window came up, and I kept hitting the X to get rid of the window, and it wouldn't go away. Therefore, I couldn't access everything on her site. So I have just emailed her a little while ago and just made her aware of that. I don't know, it could be my computer. Maybe nobody else is having a problem with that because nobody mentioned it to me. So that is the deal with that. But you need to sign up for her newsletter by November 20th if you want to get the newsletter that has the interview with me and the chart that I designed exclusively for her. That is it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Q&A. Betsy said, do you have a firm date when you will release Tilly cross stitch pattern? I know she's talking about the Tilly goat. It's like a little square image of like the goat's upper quadrant that I did in punch needle and released it at Market 2020 in March. It was slated to be released March 2021, but now that market has moved to May, it will be May 2021. I want to release Wilbur and Tilly. They're both out being stitched right now. I don't even have them back, so that will give her a little more time to stitch them too, so it's all good. So May 2021 at market. Rain Jude asks, is the third Fabulous Monsters chart going to be released soon? So I release 2 at a time in one package. I have one that somebody stitched for me. I need another one stitched, and I haven't even sent it out. So if I get good at cross stitching, okay, even if I don't get good at cross stitching, if I learn at least how to cross stitch better than what I'm doing right now, I might stitch it myself, which means it would probably come out. We're gonna do a February release now that market's moved. So it might come out in February. That would be the soonest. If it doesn't come out in February, it will come out at market, which would be May 2021. Will Halloween Snuggles be, I didn't write the person's name. No, it was actually still part of Rain Jude's question. She said, will Halloween Snuggles be a cross stitch too? Eventually. It was a punch needle. I don't know, did I release that at market 2020 or 2019? I can't remember. Nevada Stitcher, she asked, are you starting with Aida or jumping into linen? Okay, so I've mentioned that when I was at the retreat, I was going to have someone show me how to cross stitch, which, thank you so much, Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitchers. She spent the time with me and showed me, you know, how she cross stitches. I jumped right into linen, and I'll tell you why. Because that's all I had. That's all I had here in my studio because, you know, I send everything out to be stitched, so all I have is linen. Now, when I get to my haul, I'll show you I actually had Aida and I didn't realize it because it's something that DMC sent me as like a promo pack. But anyway, I jumped right into linen, 28 count. I made sure it was, you know, that was the smallest, largest count. How do you say that? It was the smallest count I had with the largest holes. So she showed me, and I struggled because I didn't like she said, it's gonna click. Like eventually it's just gonna click. Cause I know that if I did the poke and stab method, I know I can do that because that is 1 X at a time. But she was showing me the sewing method, and somehow it was not clicking in my brain. So then, you know, Michelle, Farm Girl, you know, was talking about how everyone does, and I was stitching in hand, because I know that's a question too. Everybody was asking, are you using a Q-snap or a hoop? I wanted to at least start out stitching the way I hope to stitch in the long run. Because I know when you learn a certain way and you get used to that certain way, that's the way you like to stitch. I want to stitch in hand because I want to be able to throw it in my purse and take it somewhere if I need to. I don't want to have everything so cumbersome. I love punch needle, but I have these big frames. You know, it's not super easy just to take somewhere. So I'm bound and determined to learn to stitch in hand, which that wasn't the problem. My problem was just getting into the rhythm of stitching. So then Lisa recommended I go like 2 people down, no, 1 person down. Theresa Venette was sitting there. Oh, she's working on this gorgeous, gorgeous sampler. I mean, like, it's stunning. So she was telling me that she has a video, I think it's titled How to Stitch Faster, Learn How to Stitch Faster or something, where she shows her method, her sewing method. And, you know, so she was showing me how she does that. And I mean, people that do it all the time make it look so easy. Just like I was doing punch needle and I was just like a little sewing machine, just going at it, you know. And other people are like, how do you do that so fast? But I've been doing it for 15 years. You know, it's the same thing. I'm new at stitching. I felt like I was all thumbs. When Lisa was showing me how to do it, she let me use her table lamp, and then it had a magnifier on it, and that really helped. But I didn't have a table lamp, and there was not really good lighting in there. But I did have this headgear that went on, and it's got a little crank in the back so it tightens up. And then it has an LED light, and then it has interchangeable magnifiers, and it goes up to like 3.5 times. Well, that kept sliding down, and I think it's because it was on my hair and it was sliding on my hair. So I think I look like the biggest dork ever, but I'm gonna even look like a bigger dork here at my house because I'm gonna put my hair back and I'm gonna put my bangs back in a clip of some sort so that that thing is on my forehead and maybe it won't slip. Because I think once I get the hang of it, I won't have to have it so close to my face and so magnified. I know I'm making it sound like it's a difficult thing. For me it is right now. But here at the house, I have a big floor stand. It comes over the back of my chair, or actually the side, because I like to bring it down sometimes, and I open the thing up that's a magnifier, okay, and it has different lighting options on it and stuff. So I haven't attempted to stitch since I've been home, but it's because I need to sit down with my computer, my laptop, and bring up Theresa's video, and just, I want to spend a good hour and a half to 2 hours working on it. And I know once I get the rhythm, I know it's going to be fine. And I'm really looking forward to it because I was just so inspired looking at everyone's work there. It's just, it's beautiful. It's so pretty. And Michelle was working on a Brenda Gervais, it's the Santa, I don't know the name of it, but it's super cute. But she's doing it on 46 counts, so it's so tiny. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to stitch on anything that, with that high of a count, but I would love to because I like the little tiny stitches. I like little tiny, you know my story about me liking little tiny things when I was a kid and I stole a little tiny miniature Bible from the store. Yeah, what a sinner. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. So that was all for Q&A. And so I'm basically talking about retreat. So I'm going to continue talking about retreat. It was a good 8.5, 9 hour drive for me. If I didn't have to stop, it would have been closer to 8. But it was an easy drive. Oh my gosh. I-69, I-94, and then 80. And then boom, I was there. It's super easy. And there was only one area that was kind of hairy with traffic. It was like around Gary, Indiana, like south of Chicago, that whole mess. But a good half an hour, 40 minutes through that, and it was just like backcountry roads, it seemed like. I mean, there was just not a lot of traffic. So that was awesome. And then I got there, and I didn't know, like, if there was, I didn't know it was casual as far as arrive when you can. I've never been to a retreat. Well, I've been to a retreat as a vendor. It was the Primitive Stitcher Society retreat 2 or 3 years ago. And it was in Pennsylvania by Lancaster, I believe. And I was a vendor and I went by myself. So I got there, I set everything up. I was so exhausted after that, and it was hot and sweaty. I just went back to my room. And then, like, I just didn't know how it went. I didn't know there was like stitching rooms and everybody's hanging out there stitching. And then being a vendor, I was in my booth all day long, and then I would have dinner, and I was just exhausted. So I never really experienced the retreat part of it. So I didn't know what to expect. And so I like messaged Michelle because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, everyone, you can get in at noon, and I wasn't going to get there till like 2:30. So I messaged her and let her know I was, gonna get what time I'm gonna get. What time I'm gonna get there? Slow down, Theresa. So. And when I got there, she took my temperature like she did for everyone else, and you had to, sign something saying, wouldn't hold her or, the staff or the, Price Creek Event Center liable if you were to get sick or whatever. It was all very legit. It was awesome. It made me feel very comfortable. And Michelle is the best host I think you can ever have for a retreat. I mean, she just was gracious. She was so much fun. She's so outgoing, and she's just like she is in her videos. Just, it was awesome. And I met Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher. So much fun. I sat with her across from me. Michelle's here, and then Shauna and Donna from Stitching and Doodah. Anyway, they were hilarious. So much fun. And then Theresa, Venette, I'm sure in her video she'll share what a struggle it was for her to get there. She had all kinds of troubles getting there, so she didn't get there till the next day. She got there Saturday. And then she sat on the other side of Shauna, and then Candy sat next to me. Mary Ellen. I mean, it was, I can't remember everybody's name. I'm terrible with that, but so much fun, lots of laughs. I mean, there was points where my jaws hurt so bad from laughing. It was the best. And it was just so needed after having that release and working our tail ends off. And then after, you know, voting and all the stress of, you know, the whole, we didn't watch the news. I didn't know what was going on with the election after I left, and I'm like, I'm leaving it all behind me and I'm just gonna go and have fun. And boy, did I ever. And this place that the retreat was held was, they catered the food. Oh my gosh, it was so good. And then I stayed at a bed and breakfast, and so, you know, you had the breakfast in the morning, and then we ate at noon, we ate at 6. I mean, we didn't go hungry. Let's just say that. What else can I say? Other than that was just awesome. I would love to go to the spring one, but the spring one at this time is scheduled to be the week before Nashville in May. But she might change it because Paulette Stewart is the guest designer, and she'll be getting ready for Nashville too. So the date is kind of up in the air right now, but I'd love to attend the spring one too. But I think for my first retreat, it was supposed to be 75 people there, and because of COVID, a lot of people canceled. So there was only 31 of us, I think. And I think for my first retreat, that was perfect because it was small and intimate, and it was just awesome. So Theresa Venette, she's amazing. Y'all already know that she's amazing. Kitten Stitcher, Shakespeare, Peddler. Y'all know she's amazing. Well, super excited that she was the guest designer. I've met Theresa at market, of course, but never really got to spend a lot of time with her. Her and I had breakfast together twice, and it was so nice and refreshing because her and I both are designers. You know, I have my Etsy shop. She has her website. So we're, you know, we deal with sending things retail as well. You know, we were comparing, you know, hey, where do you get your shipping supplies? Oh, where do you get your, you know, so we had all this in common, that we were sharing ideas with each other and stuff. And it was awesome. We had great conversations, and it was just really a treat to spend time with her. But boy, did she ever spoil us. Oh my goodness, you guys. So not only did she spoil us with all the goodies she brought that we could buy, but she also spoiled us with what she brought us. Okay, I'm new at stitching, but I'm going to stitch this. I mean, this is from my first retreat, so I have to stitch it. Let me take it out of the package. So this is exclusive to the people that were at the Midwest Cross Stitches retreat, and I think people, I can't say, I don't know. I know that we got them that were there. I'm gonna leave it at that. So this is called O, 3, and then she had 2 other projects. So the chart is called O, and it is so cute. So it says, oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. And then she took the O from here and here, and she duplicated them up there and made wreaths out of them. Is that not adorable? So I definitely will be stitching that, just for the fact that that is from my first retreat. So the theme was penny rug projects. Penny rugs was the theme, and we made this little project, little pin cushion. I'll show you. I got mine done, yay! And then we had this cool thing. I wish I had that done to show you, but everybody got a wooden piece that had their initial on it, and then she gave us the material to make the 3 pennies, and then she gave us a jingle bell and the twine, and you tie it on your scissors, and there's weights in each of the pennies. She used washers to weigh it down so that you can. All right, sorry guys, my battery died. So anyways, you lay your scissors, like she was saying, you know, when you put your scissors on the arm of your chair and you bump them or whatever, the cat jumps up or whatever, and they fall down in between you know, the arm of the chair and the seat, and then you put your hand in there and you poke yourself, blah, blah, blah. So what you do is you drape the scissors on the inside of the arm of the chair, and the rest of it hangs over the outside of the chair, and because it's weighted, it will keep your scissors in place, which is super clever, and I love it. So thank you so much, Theresa. Oh my goodness, just awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So this pattern will be available to the public a year from now. So look for that next fall. Okay, I'm going to show you, and I got so much stuff here. I'm going to show you, that's part of haul. Oh yeah, I gotta show you what I made. And she gave us these cool boxes too, with all of the wool inside, everything that we needed to complete the 3 projects. And oh, it's like a keepsake box. I love it. And then I tied it. So this was my first time doing, like, what is it called? The buttonhole stitch or the blanket stitch? I think it's called the blanket stitch. Anyways, it was my first time doing it, so don't judge me. And I also did not put enough polyfill in my little piece. Oh, I forgot to put my, yo. Anyways, it's supposed to have some twine tied around in a little bow on the bottom, and I totally forgot to do that. So, gosh, I'm just one of those students, huh? So look, guys, looky how cute. Look, she said these are available at Hobby Lobby, so don't be going and buying them all now, because I want to order a bunch, because I think these would make awesome gifts. And she gave us some pins to put in there. One of my pins was sacrificed because Shauna got something stuck down in her needle in her CTR punch needle, and so I used one of my pins to try to get it out, and we bent the pin. So anyway, it's supposed to have 2 pins, but the center was supposed to have 3 layers, and we all did them different. So, Lisa put an antique vintage button, oh God, in the center of hers. It was super cute. So it could be a little bit more puffy, but hey, for my first try, I think it's super cute, guys. And then you know, I have all the things in here to make the rest of the projects. She gave us the linen and floss for the chart. And then also we got, Michelle gave us a cute little pinecone ornament. And she's going to have a link to, I don't know, somewhere. I didn't get that done either. I don't think anybody worked on that because she didn't have instructions with it. Instead, she's going to have instructions on her blog or somewhere that we can go to make it. But it's a pinecone ornament, so when I get that done, I'll be showing it on my Flosstube. Okay, thank you so much, Theresa. You spoiled us. Where'd you put this? I have so much stuff here, you guys. All good and exciting stuff, though. Okay, then I am so sorry. I'm not good with names. Like, I'm just not. And the first day we all had name tags on, and then we didn't wear them the rest of the weekend, and I really wish we would have. I think that would have helped me. But anyways, a wonderful, beautiful, sweet lady, and I can picture her face, and I can hear her voice. I just can't think of her name. So I know you're probably watching this, and I am so sorry. Please leave in the comments your name, because I will mention it next week. Or, yeah, next week. But she made this for me, and it's just the cutest thing. So look at the fabric. That fabric is Michelle Palmer. Michelle Palmer and I are good friends. We had the same licensing agent, and anyways, we have a history together, and she's so talented. One of the best watercolorists I've ever met, and her punch needle is to die for. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with her work, whether it's her fabric or it's her punch needle. Anywho, I don't think that she knew I knew Michelle, but anyway, it just so happened that she picked out fabric from one of my good artist friends, so that was really exciting. But anyways, you take this and it's all quilted. It's beautifully made. I mean, her quilting is awesome. And it's got a little snap on it, so you can close it, and it's got this so that you can take it along with you. But it's this right here, you put your scissors on, it's got a little clasp there, and then this has a magnet in it, so it's your needle minder, and then you put your floss on this so your floss sticks to it, and when you're done for the day, bam, it's good to go, and everything's inside. I will totally use this because you know what I do with my floss? It's just, well, right now it's, I work on a lazy boy chair. And when you guys see the project I'm working on for Punch Needle, you'll understand why I have all this floss laying around, because this project is just consuming tons of floss. But I have all these different colors, and I have them laying on the arms of the chair. So like that is totally my chair. Nobody can sit in it because I have this floss, like all the colors I need. It's too funny. So thank you so much for this. I love it, and I will use it for sure. So then the smalls exchange. So remember I was mentioning I was a little bit nervous because I'm not going to be exchanging cross stitch. And you know, I have a ton of punch needle models, so I could have just pulled from that, but I'm like, no, I want something made specifically for the retreat. So I punched my little brains out, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, and I got it done, and I fully finished it, I think last Tuesday. Got it all done, and I think it's super cute, and I chose I'll insert pictures, but I chose this from my new punch needle book. It's called Christmas Night, I think is the name of it. But I reduced it a little bit because I'm like, well, this is supposed to be an ornament, and it was kind of large, so I just reduced it. I don't know how much I reduced it, but so the ornament exchange was so fun. So it was one of those things where everyone has a number, and then a number is drawn. The first number 1 goes up, and they pick a gift, and they open it, and then they go sit down with their gift, and they have to keep it where everyone can see it. And then they draw number 2. My number was 8. They draw number 2, and then that, or no, they don't draw number 2, that's right. They just draw a number. That's right. My bad. They just draw a number. So let's say number 18 gets to go first. Anyways, the second person then, when their number, whoever's number is drawn, that person can steal. I don't like the word steal, but they can gently take the first person's gift, or they can open a new one. And everybody was being like super polite and just opening gifts. This is what blows me away. So this is God working his mysterious ways. So as y'all know, I design angel cross stitch. I love painting acrylic angels and mixed media angels and all of that. So I'm kind of an angel freak. You know my angel deck. I mean, everyone has seen this by now. So it's like angels is my jam, okay? Well, I was the second to the last one. Shauna sitting next to me, girl, I really wanted your pillow. She had this pillow. At the end of the video, I will insert video of the smalls exchange table. We had them all laying out, and you can check them out. But this pillow, I don't know who the designer is. I don't know anything about it, but it was super cute. And it was a Santa, and oh my gosh. And then Lisa Smith, she painted something. She painted an ornament. Who knew? I didn't know she was an artist. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. So it was nice to know it didn't have to be a small little ornament, and it didn't even have to be cross stitch. Mine was punch needle. Lisa had something that was painted, and it was just very cool. Now I'm, a little more educated, and so my next retreat, I won't be so nervous. But, so I go up there, and I open the second to the last present or gift, and guess what it was? It was an angel ornament. I was like, oh my gosh, it's an angel. And there was no other angel. I don't think anybody else made an angel ornament. So I'm gonna show you this adorable angel ornament that I got. Okay, I'm going to read the card too. So it says, an angelic memento of the 2020 Midwest Cross Stitchers Retreat. Merry Christmas. Vicki Knutson. Thank you so much, Vicki. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. It is so cute. I don't know whose pattern it is. I don't know anything about that. But look how cute. And how cute. Her stitching is so good too. And her finishing is amazing. Look how cute. And then check this out. On the back, I love stars. So this cute star fabric. And then this, she fussy cut that in, I think she used, is it called fusible webbing? I don't know. Ironed it onto this fabric. And then she had to glue some of the tips down, she said. But I mean, it looks like it's actually, like it was on that fabric. So what else? What else? I think I already, did I rave about the food? I raved about the food. The people that own the Price Creek Event Center, he is a chef. We had like, have you ever heard of sous vide? I think it's called sous vide, where you slow, low temp cook the meat in water, like in a bag in this temperature controlled water, and it makes the meat like just more tender than a crock pot. And then he smoked it. It was brisket. I mean, and we had potatoes with every meal. I was like, oh my gosh, I would have potatoes over rice or pasta any day. Well, maybe we didn't have potatoes every single one, because one day we did have chicken, like fettuccine. We had pasta, but it was delish. There was not anything that I didn't like. And then we had dessert with every dinner. It's like, oh, I don't want to go home and cook. I just want to live here. Okay, I think that's it about retreat, because the rest, like Theresa, Venette, Kitten Stitcher, she set up an area for us to shop, and it was awesome. She had me bring some of my models and some patterns, and also she said like the day before she left, our order of the new releases showed up, so she didn't even open it. She just brought that with her. And she has, you know how many different things she has, and she would have brought a lot more, but she had car issues and rental car issues and stuff, so she wasn't able to bring as much as she wanted. But trust me, she brought plenty, because I spent lots of money, and that'll be part of my haul. So thank you, Theresa. I know what that's like to, you know, bring all that stuff and set it up, and you know, all that stuff. She had amazing help. I mean, it was great, because Michelle's like, let's go help Theresa unload. And we just had a line of people getting stuff out of her car and taking it to the room. And then I think 4 of us stayed in there and helped decorate and put things up for her. And like, you know, many hands make light work, and we all worked as a team, and it was great. And it was time to load her car back up again. There was this trail of people, you know, taking stuff out for her. So that was really, really nice to see. I think that's it for retreat. If I think of anything else, I'll pepper it in as I go. So let's move on to whips. All right, I'm gonna start with my art whips. So CW Live is on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. and it's where I teach online painting classes. So this is what we worked on last Tuesday, and then tonight we will finish it, and I love it. I love it. We have a lot more to do on the dresses. But I love how the flowers look like red poppies, and they're so cute. And it's gonna say friendship right here, or it could say soul sisters. It could say, you know, daughters. You know, I told them, you know, whatever speaks to you, you know, write that on there. So we're gonna finish that up tonight, which I'm super excited about. And then we have the ongoing painting of Lib Lemonade. So I got a lot done again last Wednesday. I'm painting this on What You Paintin' Wednesday. And so Abe was looking like he had a dress on. This kind of flared out, and he had big bell bottoms on, and it looked too much like her dress. And in order also, so I trimmed that down, and then also so that this didn't, like, you need to see space between his legs, otherwise it looks like he has a dress on. So now I'm making the background color more of this yellow color to distinguish it from the white stripes in his pants. So now I've got to go over here on that side and do the yellow background, which won't be yellow in the end because you know how I am. I like to crackle and antique everything, but I'm making great progress. I started on the eagle up there at the top. So I'm hoping this Wednesday, my goal is to get the eagle done, both of the flags, this little pot down here, and then the grass that they're standing on. I think too, once I get his shoes on, it's gonna look more like pant legs. And then that's probably all I'll get done this week. And then I just have the flowers, the flower vine and the border. So another 2-3 weeks, I should have this all done. Oh yeah, and then the verse, of course, in the center, which is gonna take, okay, it's gonna take me more like a month. Let's just be real. So that's my painting whips. All right, so I'm gonna show you my super teeny tiny progress on my cross stitch. Now, out of the whatever, how many stitches I have, let me see how many stitches I even have in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 stitches in it. I'm pretty sure at least the first 3 Lisa Smith did because she was doing it and letting me watch. So the first 3 that look awesome, those are Lisa's. And I'm using a ball tip needle, number 26 needle, and then this is 28 count bramble. So this is, my Lord, this is how far I got. Right there. I don't even think you can see that. It's so blurry. Isn't it blurry? Whatever. I don't know. My camera's being weird. So what that is, let me get this out of the way. Put this down here. So I have this new pattern called Be Thankful, and I gave this to everybody at the retreat. And I also, if you're a patron of my Patreon page, you got this no matter what level you were in, you got this for free. It's a PDF download. And then I printed it off, gave it away at the retreat. It's also available in my Etsy shop for only $5. And it's small, it's only 90 by 38, the stitch count. So what I have done, thanks to Lisa, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I'm just starting right here. I still have a lot to go, but I am hopeful. Holy mackerel. Hold on, I gotta get this together. Oh yeah, so at the retreat, we were gonna, what was it now? Thursday we were staying, the thing was open till 10, and then Saturday night it was gonna be open till midnight. Well, Thursday night, I was tired after that long drive, and I didn't sleep good, you know, that night, the night before, so it was like 9:15. I'm like, I can't make it till 10. I can't. So I went back to my room at the, I don't know how to say it, Hemet, but I know it's not die. I forget. It's spelled D-I-E, but you don't say it that way. Michelle, she told me how to say it a couple times. I still don't know how to say it. But the people there were so sweet, and it's an old house, and it's just, I had an upstairs room, and it had like the attic, you know, ceiling, and I had my own bathroom, and it was awesome. I loved it. Nice and quiet, except for the train that like goes right by the house, I swear, in the yard. I swear it's in the yard. Super loud at like 9 o'clock, but I was up anyway. I just thought about people that live there, like if you had a hangover or something, you'd be like cursing that train. But anyways, and then, so Friday, I'm like, I am staying up till midnight. And I stayed up until midnight, Friday and Saturday. But then by the time I got to my room, I was like wound up. I didn't get to bed till 2:30 Friday night, or yeah, Friday night and Saturday night. And then Sunday, I was gonna get up at like 5 a.m. and leave Sunday morning, but I forgot to get my samples or my models from Theresa's pop-up shop. And I thought, you know, I'm just gonna wait and do that in the morning. And which was fine, because like I said, I couldn't fall asleep. and there's no way I was getting up at 5 to drive. As it was, my eyes burned most of the way home. And I told Kevin, I said I was about 2 hours from home, and I was seriously getting off the road and parking somewhere and sleeping in my car for half an hour. My eyes were burning. I was so tired, but I made it home. I just prayed, like, just get me home safe. You know, and then, you know, when it starts getting dark, on I-69 from Lansing to the Flint area, it's like an hour to hour and a half. There are tons of dead deer on the side of the road. 69 is from all the way to Port Huron, which is over by Canada. It's like the deer, for whatever reason, love to run out into that expressway. It's just, so that, you know, that's on your mind once it gets dusk. And anyways, by the grace of God, I got home safe and I didn't fall asleep at the wheel, and everything is all good. Okay. Now, I worked a ton on this punch needle, and I love it. It's turning out so cool. I've been tracking my hours since I got back. I have no idea how many hours I have into it when I was there at the retreat. But when I got home, I have a total of 7 hours into it since I've been home. Just working 2 and 3 hours at a time. So I did the lettering behind, not all of behind the lettering. Like up here, I did that this morning. I had the birds. This bird wasn't, no, let me back up. This bird was not quite done. Like his wing and his body was not done. And then over here, I had it done to about here. So since I've been home, I've done all of this. I filled most of this in up here at the top. And then I filled his body in and his wing since I've been home. So I'm super happy with the progress. It's showing, it looks super dark looking at it. I don't know why it's looking so dark. But I was just cracking up because this angel, so I didn't have a flesh tone. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention on the retreat. We went to the Woolen Needle. It's like a 15-20 minute drive from where we were at. And I will show you in my haul all the things that I bought. And that is the coolest store. And if I lived near that store, I would be going there, even if you just went there to look around. But how could you go and look around and not buy something? Anyways, I needed to get some floss for his flesh color because I didn't have any. I think it's a little bit dark. I might pull it out and put a lighter flesh color in there. But does he not look kind of like Abe Lincoln as a young man? And the reason I say that is because I outlined his chin with this brown, but to me it looks like a beard. It does. It looks like a beard. His face is a little wonky, but I can fix that with just messing around with the threads using my needle. So anyway, that's my progress on that. As far as when I think I'm going to get that done, I don't know. Because I thought I might try something. I'm not one to like, I mean, I'm very disciplined as far as my work and everything goes. But if you say, oh, you have to do punch needle on this day, you have to do cross stitch on this day, I'd be like, even if I'm the one telling myself that, I'd be like, no, you tell me what to do. So, because I was thinking about doing this and saying, okay, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to work on punch needle. Tuesday, Thursday, I'll do cross stitch. And then one day on the weekend, I'm going to work on rug punching. So I was thinking I was going to try to do that because I really want to continue working on my rug, my punched rug too, that I started over a year ago, and I haven't touched it since. Maybe it wasn't over a year ago, but about a year ago. So I don't know. I might try that rotation and see how it goes. That's it for whips. Finishes, no finishes. I'm on the wrong thing. No, I'm not. So I do have one person that I want to insert a picture of her work. So Mindy Russell, she stitched Be Thankful. She stitched that on 36 count caramel macchiato, which sounds to me like a coffee drink. Fabrics by Stephanie. She substituted Weeks Dye Works Carrot for the DMC 977, and then she used Classic Colorworks Trail Dust for DMC 840. So she switched out a couple threads there. And she got that done lickety split. I put that on the Patreon page, and I think it was like 2 days later, she posted it in our Patreon group. It was done and fully finished, framed and photographed with the fall leaves around it. It's super cool. So thank you so much, Mindy. She is on a roll, that girl. She's a fast stitcher. All right, guys, I'm moving on to haul. I have so much haul. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's all good, right? So I'm going to start out with something that DMC sent me. I think it's like, remember I showed this about a year ago. They sent me something. Well, last year, the stuff they sent me, I'm like, I'm never going to use this stuff. Well, this year, they actually sent me stuff that I think I will use. So here's where the Aida comes in. I actually have, they sent Aida. So if I have a really hard time stitching on that 28 count linen, Picture This Plus Bramble, I have an option to switch to Aida. So I have a, what is this, 14 count metallic Aida. It's a 15 by 18 piece. And it's got little sparklies on it. Metallic Aida, I guess that's how you know. Should I take it out? Don't need to take it out. I'm not taking it out. It's got little sparklies on it. Maybe I should. You can see what color it is that way. So this is probably, I mean, this is probably something I'll use. I think this would be really pretty with a snow scene on it because it has the sparklies. I don't know if the sparklies are going to show or not, you guys. Seriously. I don't know. I don't know if you can see that. And then this is 28 count. This is actually linen. Oh, it's really pretty. I mean, it's pink. I don't know that I'll use pink, but anyways. And then this I thought was kind of funny. This says 13 count rustic linen. It's needlework fabric. 13. I mean, it looks like something you would do a hooked rug on, you guys. But it would be cool for something real prim, even if you just did some lettering on it. Like, I love primitives or something like that, and then put like a primitive star. I guess it would help if I had something to hold. That isn't gonna work. Like a white sheet of paper to hold behind it. Maybe that will help. There we go. But look at that. Talk about primitive, but that's kind of cool. So that's a DMC product. All right, I need to put that back in the right thing. I'm going to get so confused on what's what. Although I think I can tell that this is the, what is it called again? Rustic linen. It seriously looks like something you would do a hooked rug on. And then just other things that they had in that bag. This is a cute little sewing machine. Is it a pin? Let me just take it out of the box. Oh, I don't want to break it. There we go. Isn't that cute? It's a little pin. I'll never wear it as a pin, but I could put it on a little teddy bear or something. So that's super cute. Cute little DMC bag. Too small probably for a project bag. What are these? These are gold needles. 24. I don't know. Are they for stitching? I don't know anything about this stuff, you guys. It says sharp end. Anyways, got some gold needles. They gave me 310. Is this just regular? How much? Why is there so much here? It's getting dark in here, guys. I'm looking at my camera and it looks like the lighting is okay, but it's so dark in here, like I can't see this stuff. I don't know. This green is too bright for me. This orange is like, to me, like hunter orange. I'll never use it. And then I got ecru and a couple light greens, but the black and the ecru I probably would use. Then they gave me some free charts. California poppy, they're like flowers. I'll never do that either. And then some cute stickers. These stickers are really cute. Hold on, I gotta show you this stuff. Only a couple more things. These stickers are super cute though. Look. Aren't they cute? Floss, little cross stitch thing, scissors, measuring tape, some fancy little loop-de-doo. I don't know, that looks like the stitches we were doing, the blanket stitch, is it called? I don't know, I'm so bad with this stuff. What does that say? Something embroidery. I don't know. Anyways, and then they sent me some scissors, embroidery scissors. How cute. So yeah. So some promo things from DMC, which I'm very grateful for. Next, I still have more haul. So we went to the Woolen Needle, and let me show you the amazingness that I got at the Woolen Needle. I got these ginormous lollipops. Does anybody have any idea what these are for? These are to make those woolen trees. I've seen these trees on Facebook a gazillion times, and I wanted to make them. It's not a real good picture, but they showed me how to do it because the day before we were there, maybe it was 2 days before we were there. Anyway, they had a class on how to make these, so it was fresh in this lady's head, and she was explaining how to do it. Sounds easy to do. I'm super excited about making one. So I got one to make a white tree, a green tree, and then I got the fabric to make a, oh my gosh, you gotta see this, guys. Look at this wool. So it's got blue in it, it's blue and green, and this wool makes it look like a blue spruce. They had that on display, and I'm like, okay, I need that wool. You know, the problem is, though, I didn't buy the rest of the stuff, but I probably can get that at Joann's, like the wood dowel and this wire, and there's like floral tape in there and stuff, so I have to go get that. Then I found this. They had some wool punching supplies there. Needle punching, not needle punching, oh my gosh, rug punching, wool, yarn, and that's shown up kind of tomato red. It's actually the coolest burnt orange on the planet. I love it. The first thing I grabbed when I walked in the door were these cigar fabric thingies, and I thought these are like, they look like that, what is that, reproduction, Civil War, is it called Civil War reproduction fabrics? Anyways, the colors are totally my colors, and it'd be great for finishing. So I got those 3. Then I went absolutely bonkers over this. And I was so thankful that, and I went to this before we did the penny projects that Theresa brought. And I bought this because I love it so much, and now I know how to do it. And it comes with all the pieces pre-cut. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. I love anything Americana. I got the 2 wooden bases for my trees. What a dummy, I should have got 3. Because I wanted to make that blue spruce tree. You know, you can't think of everything. Hold on, guys, I got 2 more penny rug projects too. No, my lollipop came apart. All right, so I wasn't planning on buying these 2 things, but I couldn't resist. So I think Theresa, Venette, and I bought the same ones. Let me see, which one is this for? Settler Star. All right, so I fell in love when I didn't see this originally, and Theresa spotted it or showed it to me because it was kind of like draping over something and something was sitting on it. And I have sometimes I always look at the thing that's sitting on the shelf and not the things that are underneath. Does that make sense? Anyways, I fell in love with that, so I got the wool pack for that. And then I got this blooming around. Look how cute that is for the center. I have a round table up at the house. That'd be so cute in the center of the table. And then I got the wool pack for that as well. So I think that, and then I got some needles. Chenille needles for doing my pennies. Yeah, so when am I going to get that done, y'all? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, and I'm not worried about it. Winter's coming. Sound like Game of Thrones. Winter's coming, and you know what that means. You're indoors a lot more. You have more time to do stuff. Okay, then we went to, so the next morning, Saturday morning, I met Michelle and Lisa at the painted cupboard. And I bought, well, first I'm going to insert a picture of my favorite purchase of the entire trip. It is a J&P Coats thread display case. And it was, to me, it was kind of dirt cheap. I don't know, when I see stuff that's made out of tin and it's that old, I just thought it would have been a lot more money. But when I saw it and I saw the price, I'm like, I'm totally getting that, but what am I going to do with it? First, actually, I took the tag off it because I'm like, I don't know if I should move this or she wants to come and get it for me or whatever. And then I put the tag back on it because I'm like, what am I going to do with that? Where am I going to put it? I don't have any room to put it. But the more I thought about it, I'm like, I'm getting it. I'll figure it out. Well, I figured it out because so I don't design with Valdani anymore. I don't, because, and I'll tell you why. I love Valdani for doing punch needle because it's in the ball. It's already 3 strands. You don't have to separate it. And you can punch, 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 punch. Put the little ball in a cup or of some sort so it can just roll around in there. But the reason I don't design with it is because I know a lot of shops don't carry Valdani. Their colors are my colors. I love them. So anyway, but I had a ton of Valdani that I had bought early on in my punching career. So I filled that with my Valdani thread because it fits in there perfectly and beautifully, and I can see the colors, and I absolutely love it. My favorite purchase. Okay. This was not at the same store. I wanted to show you kind of, oh, so at that same store, Lisa Smith, Kindred Stitcher, she spotted these, and I was like, heck yeah, gotta get those. So maybe I should put something behind it so you can see. I don't know. But it's just a wire type rack thing, but it stands up. It doesn't have to hang. I love the color red. If I was putting if I put something Christmas on this, because I'm thinking of it for finishing. I mean, you could put ornaments on here. You could put, you know, stitched ornaments for Christmas on here. You could put some greenery at the top. There's all kinds of things you could do to decorate this. And then, but I was thinking of using it for finishing and putting a finish piece on here and then still putting some greens up here or whatever. But I like that it stands. It doesn't have to hang on the wall. And then they had a bigger one. So I got both sizes. So this one stands, got a good 4 inches taller. And then as you can see up here at the top, we were saying it looks like something needs to be on that top. So I'm thinking of putting a star on there of some sort. Taking 2 metal stars and putting them together and then gluing them here or something. I don't know. And then last but not least that I got at the painted cupboard was, I collect old tins and I just love them. And I like the mustard color of this. This says Sierra Faucet Washes. It looks super yellow on camera, but it's not. It's that mustardy color. And I just had to have it. I'll put it over there on my shelf where I have a bunch of little spice tins and things. And then another place I liked was called Amazing Grace Antiques. I got a super cute baby jar full of antique buttons, vintage pearl buttons. Super cool. And then I like that so much, I wanted to keep the buttons in there for display. So I thought, well, these buttons I'll actually use. These are only $3 each, which I think seems dirt cheap. I don't know. But those are the ones I'll use for finishing and stuff. Then I bought, so this is kind of a funny story. So at our table, you know, everybody's cross stitchers, but I was doing punch needle. And then, so Michelle, Rudy, ended up doing a punch needle, like from start to finish. She did the whole thing. It was awesome. And then Lisa did some punch needle too, I believe. I don't know, it's all running together now. And then Shauna and Donna both worked on punch needle, like 4 people punch needle. I'm like, yes, it was awesome. So anyways, yeah, because Lisa was punching with Valdani, and she was using this little Santa cup, which was actually Michelle's. So then when Michelle started punching, she used the Santa cup. And so anyways, when I was at the antique place, they had these little, these are, what are they called? Salt, like little salt cups. And they would have your salt in there, and you just pinch of salt, you know, for your recipes and whatnot. And so this is a really small one, and the small Valdani ball will fit in that. And then I bought one that was a little bit bigger, and the large Valdani ball will fit in there. So I gave that to Lisa. I gave her a little present because she didn't have anything, and her ball was rolling all over the place, and we just can't have that. Okay. Then I like to collect little kids, these little tin toys. Like I have a little sand pail over there. I got a little tin horn over there. And then they had these 2 cute little tin cups. But I gotta get closer. Look how cute that is, y'all. Come on. Come on. There we go. Look how cute. It's a little tin cup. And then this other one, this has got a little girl running on it. So I got those to add to my collection. And then right there at the checkout counter were these cool metal embroidery hoops. And I thought, how cool would these be to do, you know, because I'm a big cross stitcher now. If I get something stitched, I could put them in this, and they'd be really cool to hang on a Christmas tree or something. So I got a teeny tiny one, and then one a little bit bigger. So that was a really cute shop. Then I went to the general store, and I bought, you know, because you can never have too many cookbooks. I mean, Lord, if I just took my cookbooks, I could probably make a different recipe every single day for 5 years or more. I mean, seriously, I have a problem, y'all. I like cookbooks. So this one, it says, make him drool, beer and bacon, and other food men crave. It cracked me up. But I love beer and I love bacon, and so does my husband. But it has like, oh my gosh, look at this. Smoky beer and bacon mac and cheese. Are you kidding me? That's total comfort food. Primal pulled pork. Oh, a Bloody Mary. Oh my gosh, I love Bloody Marys. He-Man Cajun breakfast. Big bowl beer and cheddar soup. Anyway, I can't wait to use that. The other one I got, because, you know, the holidays are coming, and, you know, you go to a lot of events or functions or parties. Maybe not this year because of COVID. But, you know, you always want to take a dish to pass. And who doesn't like a good dip? Who doesn't like a good dip? So this is all dips. 5 cheese artichoke dip, crab ragoon dip, Mediterranean salsa, mustard pretzel dip, cookie dough dip. Lord have mercy, I'm gonna gain some weight this winter. What else do I have in here? Oh, I bought this cool mug. I bought it because tis the season to give gifts. I'm not keeping this. I bought it just so I have on hand for a gift. Like if we do get invited to a party or something, like a little hostess gift. And then I bought some, coffee, hot chocolate, and, you know, you can put the dips in there, or the tea or the coffee or dip or whatever in the little mug. So I got that. That's it at that store. All right, so last but definitely not least, and definitely most exciting, is what I bought at Theresa's pop-up shop. Oh, Lone Elm Lane. This so quality made. This shaker box to put a finish on top. Mine, more than likely, is going to be punch needle, but I love this off-white color, and the quality of these shaker boxes is impeccable. Love it. I bought penny rug book because, you know, now I'm really into penny rugs because I made one thing. Now I bought all these patterns and a book because I'm all into penny rugs now. Then I bought XU fabric. She had a huge table full of XU fabric, and you know, I have a lot of XU fabric because I bought a huge, you probably remember my haul, but she had colors there that I didn't have, and it's just something about seeing them in person rather than trying to see them online and know what the color is. This one is it getting too dark in here? I'm thinking I'm gonna have to turn a light on. I like to use natural light, but 32 count Bunny Mom. Are you kidding me? Just the name alone, Bunny Mom. I love it. This is my favorite one, 40 count Wild Squirrel. I couldn't believe that didn't get picked up. I didn't see it. I waited until the last day to buy stuff because I want everybody else to have a chance. And I thought, there's no way that's going to be left. And it was still there. And I'm like, oh, meant to be. It's mine. Grandpa's sleeve. I've heard so much about Grandpa's sleeve. And I'm so happy to have that in my stash now. Then we have 40 count Grandma's slip. Love, love, love these. I think it's getting too dark in here, y'all. Let me turn a light on. Oh, I didn't want to have to turn a light on. So here we are, Grandma's slip. Let's see if you can see it now. Oh yeah, it's totally blown out now. And then last but not least, we have old linen, 36 count old linen. I'm telling you, this gray color is to die for. I absolutely love it. It looks like it's actually coming out pretty good on here. All right, guys. So that was my haul from Theresa. A book, lots of linen. Oh, one more thing. She has these on her site. She has 3 notebooks on her website. This one is so gorgeous, and I think that's the pattern I believe she was working on during the retreat. Isn't it gorgeous? It's just stunning. So it's just a little notebook, lined pages, and I use notebooks all the time, so that's gonna come in handy. Oh, and then when I got home, guess what came in the mail? Sticky board, sticky board. Look at all the sticky board, because I was freaking out. I had just enough sticky board to do my finish for my smalls exchange, and I was kind of freaking out. Actually, no, I didn't have enough. That's right. I ended up using like chipboard, but it wasn't on my punch needle. I covered the chipboard with fabric, quilting fabric. So no worries about that. Okay, my God, well, that was a crazy haul, wasn't it? Oh, and I just want to say this too. I'm going to be the guest designer at the Silver Needle in July, I think it is, next year. And so it was really good for me to see what a guest designer does at a retreat. So it's kind of nice to have that. However, Theresa has set the bar really high. Like, I mean, I love that she had projects that people could actually work on and take home with them, and I love that idea. So I've got to put on my thinking cap and really, I want to think of a theme, and I want to think of something that people can actually do while we're there and take home with them, because I think that's important to actually go home with something. And then I'll have a chart, of course, something that will tie everything together. I'm back. My battery died twice now. I've had to change the battery on this this recording. So anyways, I wanted to just share something really quick. On my way home, I had a panic attack. So I leave the retreat. I'm 3 hours into the trip, and you know, coffee, I think it was like 2.5 hours actually. I had to go to the bathroom. And I like to stop at a rest area because it's like, you pull up, you're in and out, and you go. You know, you don't have to try to find a place, you know, a restaurant or a fast food place or a gas station or whatever. So I get to this rest area, and I'm like, just running in and out. So I usually take my purse and my phone and everything with me. This time I didn't. Of all times, I didn't. So I come out, and I use the key fob, and it didn't unlock the door. And then I click, like, I have a van. So if you click the side door, the back door, the slider door, if you click the key fob twice, that opens automatically. Or if you push the button for the back hatch. If you push that twice, that will open. I'm pushing these buttons. Nothing. I'm getting nothing. And then panic ensued, and I thought, oh my gosh, and I don't have my phone. I left my phone in the car. And I'm thinking, like, all this stuff, you know how your mind just floods with like all the scenarios? Like, I don't know how in a split second I thought of 10 things that could go wrong or happen, you know, but I feel very vulnerable as a woman by myself. And I'm thinking, if I have to ask somebody to use their phone, I'm going to just curl up and die. I don't know. I'm not trusting of other people when I'm just out in public anymore. I'm just not. Anyways, finally, you know, and it's one of those keys that it doesn't go in the door. It like goes in the ignition. It's got this big fat thing on it. So I'm like, well, if I can't get in, I'm stuck. And finally I clicked it again and unlocked, and I opened the door and I got inside, and I just sat there and I just like panting. And I called Kevin. I goes, is it possible that your battery can die in your key fob and then it doesn't work? And he goes, oh, well, yeah, I suppose so. And you know what's weird is before I left the house to go to the retreat, I almost took his keys with me too, because he's not going to need them. I'm the one with the van. I should have took both keys, and I will from now on, have my keys and then have his keys in my purse. However, that wouldn't have helped me anyway because I left my purse in the car. But now I've learned my lesson. I will never get out of my car without my purse and my phone ever again. Like, the lesson learned. So anyway, he was telling me that in the key fob, if that ever happens where it dies on you, there's a little button and then you can open it and there's an actual key inside. So I just felt so much better after knowing that, but I was freaking out. All right, we're almost done. All I want to do now is, well, plans. What are my plans? My plans to finish that punch needle because I think it's gorgeous, and I've ordered a bigger frame because I don't know if you can tell, but right here, down at the bottom of this, my frame's not big enough. So I ordered, this is a 12 by 16. I ordered a 16 by 18 and a 16 by 20 to do some bigger pieces on. So anyways, this is obviously, and those aren't coming in until Monday. So this won't get done over the weekend anyways. I got plenty to do. I want to finish my goal is by Monday to have this whole inner part done, this bird done, everything that I basically can get done without hitting the wood. That way Monday I can switch it over, and so probably by next week, sometime next week I should have it done. I also want to sit down and watch Theresa Venette's video and try to stitch in hand using her method on that 28 count. If I find that it's too difficult, I might just go do the stab and poke on the Ada and get it down that way. And then if I want to switch later, I can. I don't know. I think switching after learning one way would make it harder, but maybe it wouldn't. So those are my plans. And then obviously to finish, you know, my other paintings that I have going. And then giveaway. Last week you had to say lift up others, and the prize or the giveaway item gifty thing is All the Things, which is the one I showed you earlier, buried on the table now. So I will insert the YouTube random comment picker here. Okay, let's see who wins this week. Oh wow, they changed it. Cool, the winner is Patricia F. She said, your floss tubes are always such an encouraging delight. You lift up others and set an example as you enjoying your God-given creativity and blessing us with opportunities to exercise our gifts. That is so sweet of you. Thank you so much, Patricia, and congratulations. Thank you, everybody, for participating. So congratulations, Patricia. If you could please email me at teresakogut3@gmail.com. I will get your pattern out to you ASAP. So this week we have this beautiful angel that I really thought that we showed before, but I don't know. Anyway, the title of this painting is Heartstrings. And this week I'm going to give away Lincoln's Eagle. I don't think I've given that away yet. I don't know, but it's one of my new releases, and it's like the second most popular one out of my new releases. And this angel, it says on the back, no one can outgive God. Be generous with your gifts. Do more, be more, give more, have more. And you know, the last part, have more, people might say, well, what does that mean? Well, when you give, to me, it's as big of a gift to you as it is to the person you're giving to, because it feels good to give people things. So that's what that was all about. Anywho, you have to say, how about be generous? I think that's perfect. Be generous. And it's Lincoln's Eagle. So if you just write a sentence, or just be generous, or just be generous, just type be generous, that will get you in the drawing as well. So that's it this week. I'm not doing the Chinese fortune teller. I'm not doing artist spotlights, and I'm just like, this is already running super long. So that's it for this week, you guys. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and listening to my rambles about the retreat. It was a gas, and thank you. I'm going to publicly thank Michelle, Rudy, Farm Girl. I adore you. You are awesome. It was the most fun. I can't even imagine this retreat being more fun. Well, actually, Kyle Reckemeyer, it would have been more fun if you were there. But he was so bummed. We FaceTimed him while we were there. He was really bummed he couldn't be there, but I understand. I totally get it. I totally get it. So hopefully I'll be able to attend the spring one. If not, definitely I will be back for the fall one, because it was just so much fun. So thank you, Michelle, for all you did to put that on. Thank you, Theresa, for being the guest designer and all the things that you brought us. Amazing. And then thank you to all the other wonderful ladies that were there, because it was so much fun. You all were great. So that's it, guys. Have a great week. I hope you get lots of creative things done. Don't forget, create every day. Bye. Hey, everyone. I'm 2 hours into the drive. So I didn't check the weather for Amana, Iowa until this morning. So at, I don't know, 6 o'clock, I think it was, I checked the weather, and thank goodness I did, because it's supposed to be mid to upper 70s. Today, tomorrow, Saturday, and then I leave Sunday. It's supposed to be like 74. And I packed all long sleeves. I packed all jeans, socks, shoes, tennis shoes, whatever. And so I had to repack. I had to grab some t-shirts. I had to grab flip-flops. Well, then I was like, oh my gosh, I need to paint my nails, my toenails, because I've been wearing shoes for however long now, weeks, and my toenails, like the polish was chipped and everything. So then I had to do my nails, like, y'all, it's been crazy.
Continue on I-80 West for 6 miles.
So, I only have 28 minutes left, and I will be there, and I'm stoked about it. I can't wait. I left this morning, what did I say, 6:45, and it's Eastern time. It's Central time here in Iowa, but Eastern time back home is 2:45. So 6:45 to 2:45. What is that? That's 8 hours. I'm done. I'm so glad I'm almost there, because I'm really tired of driving. And it looks like the traffic's picking up a little bit, so I'm gonna go, but I just wanted to pop in and say hi and let you know needles to cross stitch with. I don't know where they're at. I recently, not that long ago, back stitched something, and I don't know what I did with the needle. I thought I put the needle in with my punch needle in the case, the haystack case, but it's not there. So I searched and searched and searched, and I found a ball tip, number 26 ball tip needle. It's probably not the best thing for cross stitch, but that's what I'm going to learn with because that's all I have. Theresa Venette's going to have a pop-up shop, so hopefully she'll have some needles for sale there. I don't know. Kevin's like, come on, isn't somebody going to be selling needles there? I'm like, hon, I don't know. I don't want to go empty-handed and just hope that there are needles there. So anywho, I guess I should go. I just wanted you to see the beautiful countryside. I should have had this turned sideways. It's really pretty over there. Most of the fall colors are already done, but it's just still very pretty. I am 11 miles, well, probably 10 now, from the Amana Colonies, and can't check into I'm staying in a bed and breakfast, and I can't check in until 4. The check-in is from 4 to 6 p.m. and we're having dinner at 6. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go to the retreat and then have to bow out around 4:35 and between 4:30 and 5 and go check in and come back. It's pretty close to the event center, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Just thought you want to see what Iowa looks like. Kevin asked me. I just got off the phone with him a little while ago. He said, what does it look like? Is it all flat? I said, no, it's actually kind of hilly, and there's trees and lots of farmland, and I said it reminds me actually of Upper Michigan, so very similar to what Michigan looks like. All right, peace out. So I wanted to give you guys a little peek as to how cute Amana is. So Michelle filled me in on like the history of Amana. So this store right here, the painted cover, I got some cool stuff there. But all these clapboard houses, and see how they're added onto. So this used to be like a I'll have to explain it later. I'll probably do a voiceover so you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. But like, look at this building. It's so beautiful. And it's just a quaint little town. Like, look at all the brick and the stone and the wood. And so see the, I said, oh, I love how they have the tobacco stick fencing with the grapevine on it. And so this was a communal colony, I guess you could say, and no one had jobs. It was all self-sufficient, so they grew all of their own food, and some women would garden, some women would do the cooking, and they made their own furniture, and they were just very self-sufficient, and they all made their own wine. And so that's why they all grew their own grapes. So they have these, you know, tobacco stick fences with the grapevine on it. It's just super cool. Like, look at that. It's just quaint, and I love it. And I think my absolute favorite building is this one here. Isn't it gorgeous? So it goes way down there. And this is Price Creek. This is where the event was, the retreat.